So MJF returned last night at Double or Nothing, and pretty much is back to being the MJF we know, but with a bit more of an edgier attitude. A lot of people have made the comparisons to, last night being his Stone Cold Steve Austin moment. Him wearing a jacket similar to what Triple H wore when he returned from his his quad injury back in 2002. And the way he spoke, the way he acted, felt very MJF-ish, but in a way that people have made the comparison of, what Stone Cold Steve Austin was. A babyface with heelish, tendencies, an anti-hero, if you will. And I look at this, and I've heard what people like JD and Alex and everybody else has said, and yes, having him back is definitely something is something that has been sorely missed, in AEW. Having him back, being basically their star player, their ace in the hole, and everything. It is definitely right now. It's needed for them, especially going into the summer. And if what we saw last night is any indication, then they have the summer program, the summer feud, that's going to possibly draw in some more viewers, if not more attendees, if you will, to their event, or events, I should say. And MJF can draw, let's be honest, he can. Now, will it happen right away? No, but it is going to get people to tune in to Dynamite this Wednesday and maybe Collision this Saturday to see what he'll say and do. I mean, obviously, they got to, finish this thing with him and Adam Cole, and Adam Cole taking a brainbuster pretty much is a good sign that, we might get that match a lot sooner than we expect. We might get that match a lot sooner than we expect, but when and where, it's up to Tony Khan and AEW. My assumption would be it has to be possibly at Forbidden Door, next month. It might be at All In August. We'll have to see. But it's gonna be interesting how they build to it. Now, obviously, you can't just have an MJF turned up to 100 upon his return without him interacting maybe with the Elite, and obviously with the close connections between the Elite, if you will, and Adam Cole. It would make sense for maybe that crossroad to be, visited very soon. Like, you have the Elite, try to give, MJF obstacles to go through before he can get to Adam Cole. Now, if that happens, basically, storyline-wise, they'd be taking a page out of this playbook. If they drink some Zoa here, Tropical Punch Zoa. But basically be like taking a page out of this playbook because, that's what MJF was always known for. Putting every opponent he went up against, whether it was Cody, whether it was Jericho, Warlord, whoever, he would put them through different obstacles and situations, opponents, to go through before they would get a match with him. So I can see them taking a page out of that playbook to try to give Maxwell a taste of his own medicine. But the way this Maxwell, as of right now, is being portrayed, storyline-wise, once we get that interaction, that's going to blow up in their face. And we're going to basically, during the summer, probably have our own AEW version of Austin versus the Corporation. But in this case, it's MJF versus the Elite, and by extension, the Undisputed Kingdom to try to get to Adam Cole. So I could see, that being, what happens, for us to get to that match, because you can't just say, okay, Forbidden Door, we're doing Adam Cole and MJF, and, that's it. No, you got to basically say, let's build to it, because, I heard what JD and Jesse had to say on their off-the-script review of, Double or Nothing this morning. And, right now, JD does have a point. It's kind of like, you want to see it, but right now it's kind of like been simmered to a point that it's almost ice cold. It's too cool, right now too cooled off, if you will, to want to see, that match happen right away. You want to, do something maybe that gets you, reinvested in it. And I think having Adam align himself with the Elite and then them putting MJF through these obstacles and all that, which storyline was, could come back to bite him, I think it's an interesting direction to go in. But MJF returning last night, I will admit, was sorely needed. And, the build to him eventually facing Adam Cole and how we get there and how the Elite gets involved and everything and how it comes back to bite them, that's going to definitely make for some for some very intriguing viewing television as far as Dynamite and Collision are concerned. So we'll just have to sit back and see what happens. Now, is MJF's return going to automatically, bring back some viewers? Maybe, bring in some new viewers, right away? Not really. It's going to take time. Is his return going to increase ticket sales right away? No, it's going to take time. But if they do it right with MJF trying to get to Adam Cole, or at least get into that matchup, and then you have the Elite involved and everything, if they do it right, the viewership will go up during the summer and attendance may go up as well. But, him coming back last night at Double or Nothing definitely was something that, Tony Khan and AEW sorely needed at this time. But again, it's going to take a little time. Hopefully, if they do it right, if they go down the right path for the viewership number and the attendance numbers, I should say, to go up. If they go down the path correctly and don't screw it up. But let me know what your thoughts are, though, guys. Let me know what your thoughts are on Maxwell being back. Do you think we're going to get to him and Adam Cole? And do you think maybe going the direction I think they might be going in, having their own version of, their own AEW version of McMahon versus of Austin versus the Corporation kind of deal, but this time it's MJF versus the Elite, and by extension the Undisputed Kingdom to get to Adam Cole. Do you think if they do it right, this might be a summer of success for them, after it's all said and done? Or do you think, there could be a chance that even if they do it, correctly, it may not make a dent, when as far as viewership and ratings, and attendance go? Let me know. Let me know what your thoughts are. And until then, I am out.